I'm going to be able to photograph these paintings incredibly with our new 100 megapixel camera. I think all of this really fine detail is going to come out, and the colours on this. I mean, do you have any concerns about anything on here?
So will the camera be actually able to resolve the shadow detail and the highlight detail?
Oh, absolutely, Louise. It will capture the entire tonal range of the picture, and the lenses will resolve all of the actual fine detail as well. The great thing, Louise, with the Hasselblad system and the lenses is that they've got the resolving power to really pull that detail out. You're going to be astounded by the quality we get out of that photo, and the colour accuracy on this one as well.
I just really want to get all the detail in and all the sort of the tiny people, and
no problem at all.
Louise needn't have been concerned. Hasselblad have a long history and pedigree for the finest quality of optical excellence. In 1940, Victor Hasselblad made his first aerial survey camera for the Swedish military. In 1954, they produced a super wide-angle camera by combining the Carl Zeiss Biogon lens to their non-reflex body. 1957 saw the landmark design of the now classic 500C. In 1962, astronaut Walter Schirra took his own 500C camera and lenses on board space flights. In 1969, Hasselblad cameras and their superior optics were selected for the Apollo moon missions, delivering some of the most iconic images of our time. In 1998, Hasselblad designed X-Pan, the highly sought-after panoramic camera format. 2002 saw the arrival of the H camera and HC lenses, which commenced a new era in digital photography. In 2006, Hasselblad released HCD lenses, providing professional photographers with the highest quality optics. In 2012, Hasselblad produced the 24mm focal length, the widest angle lens available for medium format. And in 2016, the X1D arrived, the world's first mirrorless medium format camera, along with the new XCD lens range. Hasselblad continue to perfect and design the highest quality optics for landscape, fashion, portrait, advertising, or even museum standard reproductions, so that professional photographers can be assured of the ultimate caliber.
So as expected, with the optical excellence of Hasselblad lenses, I've got an exquisite reproduction of these paintings. And if I explore and examine the images in Photoshop, we can see the immense amount of detail that has been captured, corner to corner, sharp throughout obviously, but with also excellent highlight and shadow detail. But like anything, the proof is in the pudding, and that's where we'll inspect an actual reproduction. So here I have a large format print produced from the file that I captured of these paintings. And what's really impressive is that the print that I've reproduced here is at least 50% larger than the original painting. So essentially you would expect the quality to reduce because of that increase in size. But what we can see here is still exquisite detail throughout the whole picture. If we look at the detail completely from corner all the way across to corner to corner to corner, everything is absolutely pin sharp, as I would expect from the optical excellence of Hasselblad lenses. Further to that, the tonal range captured is superb. We have excellent detail in the deepest shadows, as you can see in this area here, and as you can see over in these areas here. The separation of that tonal range and that shadow detail is also superb. If we look at the very fine detail of the paint lines on the road here, the shadows of the people walking across the street, you can even see the detail of Louise's brush strokes or charcoal strokes that she's applied to the canvas. When we move across to areas of highlight detail, I was a little bit concerned, Louise was a little bit concerned where we had highlight transitions that were very similar, but yet the edge of that building against the river has recorded those highlight details very, very accurately. So the detail throughout this reproduction is absolutely superb, and that is afforded to us by the quality of Hasselblad lenses, Hasselblad optics, and of course the camera medium format sensor as well. The colour fidelity, even though this is a monochromatic image, it had a slight warm sepia tone, and it has retained that warm sepia tone throughout the image. Now, while we're on the subject of colour, remember we also photographed the painting of the young girl, which we have here. And this is particularly impressive because this reproduction is more than 6 times the size of the original painting. And because of that enlargement, we can now see all of the tiny brush strokes that were recorded or obviously laid down at the time of the painting. Again, the colour accuracy of the picture is superb. We're seeing these very slight nuances of slight magenta pink hues that were applied into the mid and white tones in this area. We're seeing those greener blue tones across the top area of the pillow here, and then the lovely skin tones and the colours and the lips and the eyes all recorded perfectly accurately. The enlargement is so great in this case that we can actually see the texture of the canvas itself as well, and plenty of details and very small imperfections from the brush strokes as we've expanded this image up so much greater than the original size. So through those demonstrations, through those 2 images and those 2 reproductions, we can clearly see how optical quality is of the utmost importance, and that is where Hasselblad wins hands down.